Hi guys. Today we're going to go over what's in your emergency kits, the duffel bags that you got if you were with us for the first round of connection kits. We're going to go over some of the stuff that's in there and how you use them. You have to bear with me, some of the stuff in there I've never used before. So I might not know too much about it, but maybe some of you guys know a little bit more than me. But there's a lot of cool stuff in that kit. So we're going to go over it so you know how to best use it, what situations you might want to use it in, and just see what all kind of cool stuff you guys have. So we'll get ready to take a look at that. Okay, so let's get started. Some of the stuff in your kit, the first thing that we're going to look at is you have a cozy fleece throw. I think they came in a variety of colors, but should be a nice warm blanket. You also should have a collapsible water bag. So if you ever need to, you can fill this up with water and you can collapse it back when you're done. It should hold, it can hold about 1.3 gallons. So that'd be nice to have in case of an emergency. Let's see. We have our folder in here. This is your DAC stuff was in here for your DAC kit, but also there's information from NWVCIL, and they're the ones who donated the emergency kits to us. So this kind of goes over some of the stuff too that's in your kit, some information about them. And we have some rope here in case you would need it for anything. We also have kind of like what we have here. We have the collapsible water bag. We have like kind of a collapsible water bottle. That's nice. It has a little clip here that you could clip it onto a bag. Take a look what we have here. Here we have a nice prep little storage container that you can have. One good thing that you could do with this is put if you don't have like a safe or anything, like a small safe, you could put any important documents you have, like your social security card, you know, birth certificate, things like that that are really important that you don't want to get wet in any event that like an emergency happens. It's always good to have your stuff in a container that water can't get through. If you already have a safe, that's even better. But that's one of the things that you can use this for. Inside it, we have there's a couple of masks here, some nice masks that we need. Good to wear when you're outside. If you remember the other day when we had our board game day, I was talking about the playing cards. So if you were unable to find them, they are in this clear box here. So this is a deck of cards you can use to play games just to pass time. Let's see what this is. You have a personal water filter, so that's going to help you to take bacteria out of the water. So that's really good to have. Some different examples of places you might use this, obviously in case of an emergency. If you go camping or you're just out and about, it's good to have this with you in case you don't have any access to filtered water. Gives you some directions here. I would follow those very carefully. Next, these are pretty cool. You should have, I think, 3 of them. Yeah, you should have 3 of them. They're really big emergency blankets, and I know they might kind of look funny because they're really thin. It almost kind of looks like a tin foil. But these are really good in case of if you're outside and it's really, really cold and you need to get warm fast. These are really, really good because it kind of traps your body heat. And it helps you to be able to keep warm if you're out in, you know, really cold weather and you're just kind of stuck and aren't able to get to somewhere warm, these are really good to have with you just in case. This is cool. This is an emergency hand crank radio. So, one reason that you might need these is, say the power goes out where you live and you need updates maybe on, if we have any weather issues. This might be good to have just to keep track of what's going on. So this is a really useful tool to have in your house. Let's see. Next, these are really cool. When I was looking through here when we first got these to kind of take inventory of everything, I had no clue what it was, but these are actually towels. You're supposed to be able to put these in water and they'll expand out into a towel. So I don't know if you guys have ever played with those magic capsule things where you set it in water and it turns into something else, like the little animals or the expandable towels with like cartoons on it and stuff. But this is like that. It'll be good to have in case of an emergency. It's nice and small. You should have 2 of them in there. But like I said, it's really small, so that makes it nice. It doesn't take up too much space. And you're able to fit other stuff in here that you need. We also have some batteries. Batteries are always good just to have extra batteries in case of for flashlights, for radios, just anything that you need. It's always good to have a couple extra batteries on hand. We also have potable aqua. So this is just purification tablets. Read this carefully before you use it, but like I said, this will help kind of purify the water, kind of like your personal water filter. But always have an adult or somebody, maybe a parent, help you use these before you try it. These are always nice, these little moist towelettes. These are really good. Should have a few of those in there. It's just good if you have your hands dirty and you get cleaned off, or you have if you get a wound or something, you need to clean it out. Let's see, we also have in here, this is really cool. We have a SWAT survival kit, so you can use those. See, we have different things you can use this for. Let's see what all is in here. See, it comes equipped with a lot of stuff. You have a flashlight, a storage box, so that's this. Multifunctional tool that has, let's see, it has a saw, a Phillips screwdriver, a miniature flashlight, long nose pliers, serrated edge, wire cutters, belt pouch, a knife, bottle opener, screwdriver. See, that's really cool. You have a compass in here, an aluminum whistle, so that might be good if you're maybe out somewhere and you need to try to get somebody's attention. You can blow the whistle. You have another emergency blanket, so that is really good to have, kind of like our emergency blankets right here. You have a wire saw and a fire starter, so that'd be good if you're out camping or you're out, you need to make a fire to keep warm. And then you also have this little nifty tool here that kind of like your little gadget right here. It too can do a lot of different things and act as a screwdriver, a ruler, can opener, just a bunch of things. So that's a really good tool to be able to have and to rely on, especially if you're out in nature and you like to do that kind of stuff. This would be a good thing to have with you. We also have in here our first aid kit. So that is very nice to have. 100 pieces, so it's got a lot in here. These are always good to have at home, because you never know when something will happen and you need to have a first aid kit. They have alcohol wipes, they have aseptic towelettes, cotton swabs, first aid guide. That'd be really good to just to go through. maybe this would be something good for your whole family to sit down and kind of go over first aid and some things that you might be able to do in case of an emergency. Different types of bandages, depending on what's going on. You have some gloves in here, adhesive tape. This is just a really good tool to have at home or anywhere. Maybe you have one at home and you don't have one in your car, so maybe you could have one in your car and you're safe at all times. You always have a first aid kit with you. That would be really good. All right, guys, so that's your emergency kits. As you can see, we have a lot of really cool stuff in there that you can utilize, whether it's in an emergency or you're going outdoors, or just it's always good to have this kind of stuff around just in case. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. Have a good day, guys.